Hello, hello, hello. So today's episode is brought to you by The Profitable Photographer with Luci Dumas. And that means it's a solo episode. And what I want to do today is just give you some questions you can ask yourself. I suggest writing these down. Now, when I'm doing a strategy session with a potential client, or sometimes I offer these sessions just as a gift. And if you're interested in one, I am available for about four per month. So feel free to contact me at lucidumascoaching.com or just email me, luci@lucidumas.com, if you want this strategy session where I can help you walk through these. That being said, I've done this just with a paper and pen and had some great insights. So let's see. So, step one is the question. This is about creating the business of your dreams. So, if you could wave a realistic magic wand, where would you like your business to be in the next year? And the reason I say realistic is it's probably not very likely that you can go from wherever you are to 10 times your business within a year because everything takes step by step. But it's a magic wand. So, what we're doing is we're stretching that part of you that maybe is in doubt that you can create it at all. So be a little bit bold in um, in your dreams and start with the big picture in mind. So rather than I want to have, let's say, three clients a week that I bring in $6,000 per client, think about what is the experience you want to create? What is the lifestyle? How much do you want to work? What income in the year and setting up for the future do you want slash need? Um, what it's great to pick a specialty when you're trying to open your dreams up, just because what you focus on, you can put more energy to that. So even if, let's say, you do a variety of things, maybe this year you want to focus on one to expand that. So paint the picture. What's the environment for your clients? Do you want to have a studio or a new space a year from now? What are the colors? What is the feeling? Uh, what do you want to be creating for people? What do you want to be selling? So pause this if you like, or just think on this and do it after you've listened to this. And then ask yourself, if I have this just the way I want it, what would that do for you? Um, and some people will be like, oh, then I have more money, maybe so I can quit my job. Maybe for some people, it's I would have creative satisfaction. Maybe some people, um, it's that feeling of giving, having a talent, having a skill like photography, and the satisfaction. Some people it's confidence. So think about that. Okay, next one. What would be the best part of having the studio, the clients, the specialty, the income, the environment, the creativity, all those things that you've listed? What's the best part of it? And then why is that the best part? So dig deep in those. This should take you at least 10 or 15 minutes when I'm doing this with a client and I'm kind of mining the gold and continuing to go deeper, 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 um, it it takes a while. Okay, so the next stage, because the first one is setting your goals and deciding the value. So the next one is what is holding you back? So sorry, I'm trying to get my notes in order. So ask yourself what could be slowing you down, standing in your way, or literally stopping you from having the studio, the income, the clients, the confidence, the um, creativity, all those things that you want in your goal setting. What's slowing you down? And then ask yourself that again, and then again, and again, and keep digging until you feel like you've really reached um, those core things that are not just exterior, and a lot of that can be, a lot of times it can be lack of knowledge of how to reach those goals. Sometimes it's again confidence. Sometimes there's somebody that is telling you you can't do it. So think about that. And then the next question, once you've really kept going with that, is what's the impact that the challenges are having on your business and your life? Like, how is this affecting you? And then ponder, how long has this been going on? So for some people, it might even go back to childhood and those inner voices that um, were not encouraging, or fears. Sometimes it's just plain um, the impact, well, not plain, but the impact can be, of course, financial, but there's lots of other things. And the how long, and then think about what is the worst part of these challenges. When you can really get into that, you can you can find the core of maybe some things that can be changed. Um, Sometimes you can do it yourself. Sometimes you need support. That's what a great coach can do, is not just teach the how to, for example, expand your business, make more money, get more clients, have better sales, but this is an inner journey, and we can know all the things, but we can, I don't know if I like the word self-sabotage, but we can have walls that block us from reaching those things. So really dig into that, and the why those particular challenges are the worst. And then we want to think about, again, go back to, if we can turn those challenges around and be flowing freely towards our goal, what will that do for you? What will you feel? What will happen in your family life, your finances, your physical changes, your joy in life? Like, what kinds of things would change for you? The satisfaction of being to share your gift. And what's the very best part? And why is that the best part? For me, being able to share my gifts, both photography and then in my coaching, there's a level of satisfaction that, set the money aside, set the quality of life aside. There's just a deep joy in being able to use my innate talents and grow those talents and experience and education so that I can be serving others, which also brings me so much fun and joy. Um, so when you do those things, then you want to think about what would be next for you. Now, a lot of times the first step is to find a coach that can help you with those reaching those positive goals, helping hold the light, hold the vision for you and with you, and then guide you, hold you accountable. Um, so, this is a place to think about what would be next. A lot of times, what's next is some actions. So, for exa for example, I wanted to turn my studio that is an apartment above my garage into a vacation rental because my photography, most of it now, was not in the studio. So it was an asset that was sitting there, basically losing me money for a couple of years. I had a coach. She asked me a simple question. What would be one step that could start the process? After we process like, this challenge and that challenge. And it was a question of, is the gas still able to work in this little apartment? And so my first step was getting a plumber to take a look at it. And then he told me, well, it could be six, seven, $8,000 to dig up the line and see if there's any problem with it. So that was out. Although I've made back well over that. So it would have been a reasonable investment if I needed to do that. So I just decided to go electric and get an electric water heater and electric, like the split cell heater air conditioner in this adorable apartment right behind my house, above my garage. Um, but it all started with that first step. And then what was the next step? And then the next step. And I ended up getting solar because what the heck? I if I'm going electric, I don't want to watch my electric bill be high. And then I connected it so it's solar in my house. So I think that's what I have to share for today. I just wanted this to be short and sweet. Um, oh, and so the moral of that story about the step one is that within 6 weeks, my coach helped me um, get it decorated. I had a great handyman and painter that we just got it all spruced up, and then through, we'll call it coincidence, but through divine guidance, I found the most amazing person to help me rent it out uh, as a vacation rental. And he's been my partner in this for 11 years. But it all started with kind of taking a look at all of my goals, then narrowing down to one thing and taking that first step and having that coach that encouraged me and that I could um, you know, share my wins. And uh, anyway, I think that is all I have to say for today. I know this was a quickie, and there's nothing wrong with those. And so please subscribe, please share this with others, and let me know if you want to book a session where we go through these steps together, because there are insights that we can uncover for you that can change everything. So that's it. Bye for now. Uh, hope you're enjoying whatever season we're in right now. We're headed towards summer in California. Um, and if you're down under, you're headed for winter. Anyway, that's it. Bye.